I think I'm gone, yeah. Sing it like Calavanto. So say into na sa slope. Into my flop. Pandelis sagaling po. Matu ya fala ya food. Nigga man call. My fella is pitchy. Sbuya gom retivit and stay. Style nga gusto na shot. Gom kailangan ba ko ni Zinjas yang fate.
For sure, yeah. Hey, hitting my Phela labantu ngikhule nabo, kicking it back when Billy Blanks and Venetibo. Sizakhula sidlale sahleni, manje si front page ephepheni. Kudala sikhudla siphuma kude, manje sebangibona kumabonakude. Ha, ucabanga ukuthi uyangithusa, mfana ngithi ngibheka kahle ngiphuma vutha. Was a weekend when I come duze, ekhaya sibatshela silele kababusi. Pull up more pens down, pull up booty. City pen laga kuze kuse. Yeah, kuze kuse. Ben sitting zokuthanda kuze kuse. Yeah, kuze kuse. Ben sitting zokuthanda ngizabhuphe.
Sing it like Calavanto. So say into na sa slope. Into my flop. Pandelis sagaling po. Matu ya fala ya food. Nigga man call. My fella is pitchy. Sbuya gom retivit and stay. Style nga gusto na shot. Gom kailangan ba ko ni Zinjas yang fate.
Sundays, chorus, polas, huyas, nabotato, hemabaso, sigrand, sisiphethe man, sesivisa thina lazakhe, sesivisa kuzokushaya u-6 ya, sesivisa thina lazakhipha, wasiphaphela sokushiya umile, phela izinja ziyangifatela, banamali yabo bayaziphandela, hey, nawe uyazibonela, ala sisileker, yes, ha, and shava kuze kuse, ben sitting zokuthanda kuze kuse, yeah, kuze kuse, ben sitting zokuthanda ngizabhuphe.
Sing it like Calavanto. So say into na sa slope. Into my flop. Pandelis sagaling po. Matu ya fala ya food. Nigga man call. My fella is pitchy. Sbuya gom retivit and stay. Style nga gusto na shot. Gom kailangan ba ko ni Zinjas yang fate. Young fate. Young fate. Young fate. Zinjas young fate.
Young Fadela, yeah, he's in jazz. Young Fadela, yeah, he's in jazz. Young Fadela,
Hey guys, welcome to your favorite late night sessions. Today we're spilling some beans with South African rapper, voiceover artist, and TV presenter Moozlie Mabena, aka Moozlie, Miss Party, Blanco, Young Mabrr. Welcome.
Hello, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm very good. How are you doing?
I'm awesome, thanks. So, where does this interview find you today? Has it been a good day? How are you feeling?
It's been a good day, very productive day as well. Did a shoot in the morning, just came from a voiceover, headed to another shoot. So we've been productive today.
Awesome stuff. So can you give us a bite size about Moozlie? Who's Moozlie? What Moozlie all about? just a small nyana introduction.
Yeah, that's always such a wild question to answer. It would be like trying to describe what a cloud looks like to a blind person. Like,
I know, right?
There's so much. I really do so much. But generally speaking, I'm just this girl from Benoni. Born in like the early 90s in South Africa. So I always say I'm like, Mandela's wildest dream. I'm the one Matiba was fighting for, because I had a lot of exciting opportunities from a very, very young age. I went to school with like black kids, white kids, Indian kids, and that definitely kind of formed my different perspectives, and I think that's what allows me to do all the different things that I do today. But fast forward, I'm a television presenter, and I've been in the industry for about 9 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
For like 9 years. I did a presenter search competition. A few years after working at that job, I decided to pick up the pen and start writing music. And yeah, that's, I don't know what else to say really, but I do a lot.
That's quite a lot. You managed to pack yourself into a small little cute package. So where do you kind of draw your inspiration from? Be it life experience or like sonic influence, but where does that inspiration come from?
Definitely life experience, I try to make my music and my work reflect what's actually going on in my life. And I think that's why I've really rooted myself within hip-hop culture, because I just love everything about hip-hop. So that's why I find myself in that space. And for me, I always say that making music is very cathartic, it's kind of like writing in a diary to a beat at the time, and it becomes a dope song that people get to sing back to you, which kind of makes you feel like the things that you were feeling, the thoughts that you were having, even everything that you were going through to make you feel those things, it wasn't in vain,
They validate your feelings.
And it's just inspired by who I am, what I'm going through, the clothes I wear, the people I hang out with, it's just like my music is definitely a Moozlie mirror for sure.
Yeah. And like you're in the hip hop scene, and that's been historically male dominated. How did you manage to build your own name and like your own legacy as a woman in the hip hop industry?
I mean, I started rapping around like 2013, 2014 when the South African hip hop scene was like officially blowing up, because I mean, we've always had a hip hop scene for a very, very long time. I mean, hip hop, it didn't start with AKA and Cast on Your Vest. There's been a lot that has been happening, but there weren't that many prevalent female voices rather that were making music. There were your leaders who were like super important in terms of a female voice. Then there was a Miss Cosmo who was a DJ, but I just felt like the hood needed this girl that could just speak for them, like Abombadi, Nabontabiseng, Nabomandisa, you know what I mean? Because they have a perspective, and most of the time they are like the people that the guys are making songs for anyway, but who's going to speak for them about them? You know what I mean? True. How many party perspectives have we heard? But nobody really was speaking for Abontabiseng, Nabomandwa, Guti, hey, look, so
exactly.
So I felt like I just had the calling to be that person, And as I started, a whole lot of other girls just also started doing their thing. People like Rouge. I mean, Gigi Lemaine has been around for a while, but she also was just like really breaking through at that time. And for me, it was just about perspective. I never really looked at it as I'm a girl, so I was just like, I've got a perspective that people are not talking about. Like we've listened to all the raps in the world, but they're not having a perspective that I also can relate to completely. So that's what it was for me. And when you understand your power and your perspective as a female, you won't be intimidated by male-dominated spaces, because you actually know that you have something to bring to those spaces that it doesn't matter how established all the other males are. It doesn't matter like how great they are, how many years they've put in. And so I just try to speak for myself, like, because we're there, we're at the party, we're working, we're grinding, we're doing our thing. So I was just trying to represent for the girls, yeah.
So now talk us through the creative process of Spirit of an OG. I mean, first of all, congrats on a dope album. Like, yo.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Big up
it.
to you. So how did you navigate the whole process of making such a masterpiece project and releasing it during lockdown?
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely not an easy thing to do. But with the help of Castle Light, which is like a really, really big beer brand here in Africa, I've been working with them for a number of years, and they usually do like these big concerts called Castle Light Unlocks.
Yeah.
With like Travis Scott and Chance the Rapper. Cardi B was supposed to come, but you know, I'm one of the people who work with them as a brand advocate, and I wanted to do something a little bit different. I think we all sign these deals so that we can make money and get money. But for me and my team, it's always just important to make sure that we're also getting things done.
Yeah.
You know, especially as an independent artist, there's a lot that needs to get covered and paid for and actually done. So we came up with a really strategic, you know, plan and deal with Castle Lights, where I would do some social media content for them for a certain duration, and they actually built me a studio in my house.
Oh, nice.
So it was really perfectly timed. We got incredible equipment, like literally world-class equipment. So I was locked down on the lockdown in my house with a guy called Solar, and he really helped me build the foundation of Spirit of an OG.
Yeah.
Helped me get that boom bap feeling. I just wanted to take it back to the essence of why do I want to rap, you know, and what does it mean to me? What story am I actually trying to tell? And just really take it back to the essence. So it's like really boom bap, hardcore hip hop beats, you know. But then also there's the vital elements, and those kind of came in when we had laid the foundation.
Which track of the album was your most personal for you?
They're all pretty personal, I think.
Yeah.
Some not as personal as people think. There's a song with 25K that came out right after something kind of hectic happened on social media. So a lot of people were like, wow, just threw that in there at the end. Like, no. So when you're writing real stuff, it can make it sound like it's about other stuff, but no.
But it's not,
I think things was also quite personal because it was a song that I needed to hear at the time. I was just feeling like, wow, things are really not going great. Like, it's just really bad right now, you know, particularly in the entertainment industry. And I just needed to remind myself that I don't have a lot. I may not have everything that I want, but I've got a lot that I need to. I really have to count my blessings. I think also 4 Ways Freestyle was pretty personal because I was pissed the fuck off when I wrote that song. You know?
Yeah.
So that was really personal, and it was quite hectic because it was, you know, a series of stuff was happening with friends and people that I thought were friends. So it was a lot, like, internally and externally, you know. So that was really a great moment of catharsis, like a great way to release that anger.
And you have your own recording label, right? Moozlie Music.
Yes.
How's that going for the girl? And what were the reasons for you starting your own label other than just looking for another label to join?
I don't know, you always just kind of have to look for the future, you know. It's not necessarily about where you're at right now. Sometimes you have to make a move now that's going to set you up for a couple of years to come. And that's exactly what I did when we started Moozlie Music. I was in a position where I wanted to do both music and TV, and a lot of people only knew how to do TV. A lot of people only knew how to do music. And I had already established this like really bomb brand that I wasn't just willing to hand over for the sake of just handing it over.
Yeah.
So we started the record label, and it's been a few years now. I think it's like 5 years, if I'm not being mistaken. And yeah, we're pushing, we're doing our thing. It's really not easy. I always say that independence has definitely been glamorized.
Yes.
You know, it's all about like, I'm a boss, I'm in charge, I've got it going on, you know?
Yeah.
And it's true, you do when things are great, but you also need to be a boss when things are not going great, you know? You need to be able to control the ship when there's no gas. And
you need to be strong for everyone.
No money for gas. So you have to figure things out, and it's not an easy thing to do, especially when you're an artist and you're sensitive about your shit. So you have to like navigate being a business person with being a creative, which can sometimes be a really difficult and challenging thing to do. But we're learning new things every single day, and you know, with time we've seen a lot of other artists do the same thing. When I opened my label, everybody thought I was crazy. They were like, what are you doing, TV girl? You don't even have any musical experience. But now there's so many independent labels in South African hip-hop, you know, so it's really great to be one of the people who like pioneered that whole.
So now, tell me a bit about Griselda Blanco. I love to know the girl. What's the girl all about? How did she come along?
Griselda Blanco is a really hectic, crazy, angry personality that I have on the inside of me, which is basically, you know, because, you know, in music, I mean, even Beyonce has Sasha Fierce, and we have all these alter egos that we create for ourselves. So for me, Blanco is a person that I learned about watching a documentary called Cocaine Cowboys.
Yeah.
And they just told the story of this badass lady who was like really doing things in the Miami drug trade, like things that people couldn't even believe. Like they tried to even tell her that, like, yo, lady, there's a system here, there's a way that things are done.
She was like, no,
like
I'm not here for it.
Exactly. Like there's even one story they tell of a magazine, or a newspaper rather, that wrote an article about her, and she didn't like the article, so she got the editor of the newspaper killed. Like they literally shot his head off on the highway in broad daylight. So obviously I don't condone drugs or violence or any of that, but just being in a male-dominated industry, I really needed a personality and a business, you know, acumen, where I just wasn't gonna give a fuck, for lack of a better word, you know. I was gonna do things my own way. If you didn't like it, get out the way, otherwise I'm gonna take you out. You know? So that was just basically the whole thinking, and it is mainly about the rap persona, but it's really about business as well, you know, because I try to move strategically, and I try to move differently, and I try to do things my own way. I don't like to do things because this is what everybody's doing, and this is the generally accepted standard of this, so you gotta just fall into line. Like, no,
I'm gonna create my own line next to your people's line.
Exactly.
So how important is it to you to be present on your social media for your fans? I mean, a lot of artists go on Instagram lives and Facebook lives and Twitter. What does social media have to do with you being there for your fans? How do you connect with your fans?
I mean, I guess it's like a direct line of access, you know, that artists never really had before. You can't really talk directly to the person that you're doing things for, what they couldn't before. But now you can, you know, and for me it's always a difficult thing because there's so many different kinds of people on social media. Not everybody that's on your social media is your fan, you know. Some people may not necessarily be a hater, but they're just trying to get something from you as well. So it's a very difficult line to walk. But what I always try to think about is that my social media, my Instagram in particular, is kind of like a showroom in my office. You know, so it's like a showroom. It's different. There's pictures on the wall, and there's a gallery experience, and it's a fun place in the office. But also, it's like it's an office. We're working here, you know, and that's something that some people don't really understand. Sometimes they're either like too personable and not really creating a dope office environment that other people can come into the space and work with you in your space. And sometimes other people just like all about selling, like no personality, nothing, you know. So I try to give people a bit of both, you know, a whole lot of swag because they love that. You know, just let them into what I'm doing on a daily via my Instagram stories. But I just like to keep it cool, you know, from the very beginning. I mean, I recently cut my hair and I came into the industry with
You
short
took
hair.
it back to my favorite. Oh.
And literally my social media went crazy. And that wasn't even like a big thing. I was just like, okay, guys, I just cut my hair.
You
so there
were
are
happy. It
those
was a
small,
party.
I know, there are those small everyday things that you let people in on, you know, because they love it and they're a part of it. And it means something to them. It like instantly took them back to a time in their lives. It was like a weird, you guys are more attached to my hair than I am at this point. But it was like a crazy thing, you know. But then also we come through with the brand stuff, which sometimes people gravitate to and they like, but you know, they want to feel like you're being real. They also want to be like, what am I getting out of this?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Not necessarily in a I want you to send me all your clothes kind of a way, but they need to be able to get something out of it, whether it's inspiration, aspiration, even if it's just a laugh, you know, whatever it may be, whether they're scrolling on their timelines. You know, I also like to include my friends a lot on my social media because people just love to see us together, you know. Me and Tazi, me and Zintle and Pearl, they just love that, you know.
We love the vibe.
Also, we're always trying to sell something on our social media, whether it's clothes, earrings, sunglasses. We're always selling something.
At the end of the day, it's an office. So work needs to be done. And let's take it to Miss Party side. You're the brand ambassador for Cruise Vodka. First of all, it's the securing the bag for me.
Oh, yes. Securing the bag.
So tell us about all of that and how it's going. Like, how would you describe the uniqueness of your Manhattan Blossom range?
I actually think the Manhattan Blossom is the best cruise flavor that they ever made. Like, it is delicious and sexy. Like, it's really, really beautiful. It's such a beautiful liquid, and it's doing really, really well, you know? It was the first celebrity partnership that they've done after Keenan. So a lot of pressure because his did really, really amazing. But this one seems to be doing great things too. And it's a lot of learning, you know. We're also in a time now where the government has us just on our toes with all the regulations and stuff. So that has been interesting to learn about, you know, just the other side of the alcohol industry and how the things that happen in the world really affect that industry, how many people we employ. It's like really, really crazy, you know. A real business partnership, you know. I have to think of interesting strategic strategies to involve the brand within culture spaces, you know. So whether it's fashion, within a collab that I recently did with Scott Girls Club, which is a streetwear brand, he supported me in that, or, you know, whether it's music videos, whatever it may be, I have to come up with cool ways to like put them to the culture, you know. So that's been interesting and fun and learning. And I'm loving it. It's a lot of fun. We still have a lot of work to do, but so far, so amazing.
Yeah. I'm still yet to try it, but it looks like it takes pink drinks to another level.
Oh my God. Now like, yes. Don't worry. Soon. When you come back, just let us know. Me and Buddha are going to send it to you immediately.
Will do. Thank you so much. So, I mean, the last 4 years of your life have been a whirlwind for you. I mean, for us, from the outside looking in, like there's securing bags, there's Cruise, there's Silver Lux, you're killing it with your album, there's so much going on, the whole 9 yards. So how have you been handling all these countless blessings and changes?
Oh, girl, I pray and let God do his thing. like I have a very profound understanding of the fact that this life that I'm living is not mine.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I feel like I get a bit like too comfortable in that thought because I just be waiting on the Lord to come through. Like, yo, God, didn't you say you're gonna handle this one? But I really just pray, babe. Just pray and just know that you didn't make your life, God did, and He's in control. You know.
Yeah.
Also, just something like a recent thing that we've been saying is just like, I remember that I'm dealing with people because there's a lot of people in the work that I do, but I also not try to take things too personally, you know, because with the highs, there are a lot of lows that can really, really rock you and just take a knock at your spirits. So I really just try to stay prayed up. And just work and do my thing, you know. For me, I'm working. Like, this is my job. I don't know how to do anything else. Even if I have a bad day, if something doesn't work out, like, I just have to keep it moving.
Yeah.
It's like at a chicken licken. If the fryer stops working, they got to buy another fryer or they got to get somebody to come in and fix it and continue business.
Yeah,
they don't just now decide, the fryer is broken. Let's make hot dogs. Like, no, guys. We still have to continue with business. So, yeah, man, I just try to keep it pushing and just stay prayed up.
Awesome stuff. So if you had a soundtrack to your life right now, what song or what songs would be on it? If your life was a movie.
I think Spirit of an OG really is who I am right now, because there are some days where I'm just like, this gangster ass, I will beat you up, like I'm really just doing my thing. And then there's the days where I was just like really me on the daily, you know, with like that Lala and Ingoma part of the album, which is just more reflective of my everyday life and just the sounds of who I actually am. And then towards the end, it just gets inspirational and a bit, you know, we touch a little bit on God because that's who I am. I'm just all these different people, but it's still always Moozlie at the end. So definitely Spirit of an OG from track 1 to 16. That is definitely me.
Awesome stuff. So when you're not making music, how do you unwind and just like recharge your creative batteries and just take some me time for yourself?
Oh, I love a good lounge, eh? Like if I can just sit, like just chill. Probably at Vinta's house, my friend, just chill, eat chicken wings, like watch Netflix, just the normal stuff. I really don't do anything too crazy or out there or go on a hike or a retreat or nah. I'm not that person. I'm really just like everyone else. I just love hanging out with my friends. And just taking it easy at home, indoors, you know?
Yeah. So what's your advice for upcoming artists that are listening in, or like someone who dreams to walk the journey that you went or are going through or in the direction that you took?
I would just say that don't try to, skip steps. I think a lot of the time, because we're so exposed to other people and seeing other people's things coming together so quickly and moving so fast, that you feel like maybe I'm going too slow, or maybe I need to just meet this one person who connect me to that person and then I'll be at the top. It really doesn't work like that. You have to go through all the steps, and not because it's a tedious thing to do, but that's where the learning is. That's where, you are perfected.
Yeah.
Perfection isn't like to be perfect. It's actually the process of getting to where you're going, So the long days, the long nights, just do that. Go through everything that you need to go through and believe in yourself and believe in God more than you believe in anybody else,
Yeah.
And just always trust your vision. Always trust your vision, even when things are not going exactly the way you want them to go. Always trust your vision, because God didn't give you vision for no reason, So trust your vision, believe in yourself, and put in the work. Like, you gotta work hard.
Yeah. Okay, so something interesting before you leave. Instead of asking you to give us famous last words, I'm gonna ask you to sing us something from Spirit of an OG, or rap us something from Spirit of an OG.
I should rap you something from Spirit of an OG.
Yes,
okay,
please.
I'll give you the intro, because I feel like once you get the intro done, like, people are gonna love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's really just where the truth is. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready for real now?
Yeah, I think I'm ready for real now.
All right, cool. It goes like this. I'm the kind of sick that need a plumber. In Pompi, no weather. Mzansi rap game, godmother. The name is Blanco. I'm a monster. Straight out of you didn't know. So sweet on the mic, I eat the beat up like an Oreo. Anytime I finger on the trigger, then it's adios. And anyone who think they ain't even coming close. Okay.
Yo, Miss Pari. Moozlie, thank you so much. This has been so dope.
It was so fun. Thank you. I appreciate your energy, man. You know, sometimes thank you so much. People are just like trying to get to the end, but you're giving me good vibes. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you too. I think it's safe to say we fought a good fight for this interview.
We did, babe. Right? They can't tell us we didn't.
Thank you so much, guys, for tuning into that lovely catch-up session that we just had with the amazing Moozlie, aka Griselda Blanco, aka Miss Party. The featured music is Fatal by Moozlie featuring Kid X, You Know What It Is by Moozlie, and I'm leaving you guys with Angzanga by Moozlie featuring Max. Enjoy, stay blessed from your bean with the biggest love.
Yeah, okokuqala ungangijwayela amasimba ngoba thanda ungathandi mfana kithi uzongizwa kuphethe mina lana yimi umisiphathi. Doing this for years so ngicela unganginyathi. Barry, trust me, little niggas ain't got nothing on me. Finger on the trigger but they never ever cocked it. Bayatatazela at the side of me. Pussy niggas they can't even say hi to me. I'm out of their league, I'm MJ back at 93. Game 6 in my sixes, I'm the MVP. Herschel Gibbs after a big night scoring big runs. If my name is on the team list then the game's won. Yeah, ngimumanqoba nina nazi nduku kuphela. Phola mdogo thanda kabi kuzenza uclever. Relaxa, heman relaxa ngoba masibambana uzobona. Mangahambi nami, you must be against me. And mangakubuza, don't you get them cold feet? Angizanga ngokuganga la. Hey, I said angizanga ngokudlala la. Yeah, mabona mina kuphela. No, I'm not alone. My niggas on the low, spot them by the dress code. Angizanga ngokuganga la. Hey, I said angizanga ngokudlala la. Yeah,
I'm always changing the rules cause I'm a tyrant. So don't fuck with my money, there won't be violence. I congregate with the smokers, we on an island. So it's always loud where I'm at, even in silence. Ooh, I know the swag finesse, the bags trouble you. Cause we touch more cake than OPW. Ooh, no need to brag, it's facts, that's stats humble you. Rappers lie to your face, you low-key gullible you. Shit is so official. It got my lime ilhambo but yours is just provincial. We vicious, we bout to slaughter like the oldest rituals. Cause our shit is clicking like a loaded pistol.
Mangahambi nami, you must be against me. And mangakubuza, don't you get them cold feet? Angizanga ngokuganga la. Hey, I said angizanga ngokudlala la. Yeah, mabona mina kuphela. No, I'm not alone. My niggas on the low, spot them by the dress code. Angizanga ngokuganga la.